What's up? Welcome back to the Maple Review. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the top staples anybody can have, and that is a good Oxford shirt. I'm reviewing today my favorite Oxford shirt that I have ever found, which is the Taylor Stitch Everyday Oxford. I want to give a big shout out to Ranger Station for sponsoring the Maple Review and sending me some awesome cologne, some candles, and some other stuff. Ranger Station is a local company here based out of Nashville, Tennessee that makes high-end, really well-curated fragrances for candles, colognes, perfumes. They all smell amazing, and the branding is super cool. The people behind the company are awesome, and it's some of the best smelling scents, both candles and colognes, I've ever smelled. So definitely check them out. It's Ranger Station, based here out of Nashville, and big thanks to them for sponsoring the Maple Review. I was on the struggle bus with this for a hot minute, trying to find a good Oxford that fit well, that held up after multiple washes, that just looked good, had good options, was sized well, was quality built. And I had a lot of trouble. I mean, I did like the Old Navy thing, I did J. Crew, and that didn't work out. This has by far been the best fitting Oxford shirt that I've found. Super versatile. You're able to really dress them up or dress them down. I mean, like something like this white Oxford here, I've worn this with like a sports coat and like more formal business, and then also, you know, untucked sleeve rolls in a more casual type setting. These particular ones are the Everyday Oxford from Taylor Stitch. They're actually pretty well priced at $98 for what they are. They have a bunch of different colors that you can get. The biggest thing that I like about these is just the overall fit and design of them. The collar, in my opinion, is just like the right height. This is the jack. So every Taylor Stitch shirt, from my understanding, there's two different styles, which is the Jack and the California. The only difference is that the Jack has the button-down collars. It has two in the front, and then it has one in the back here, so it just keeps the collar looking nice and fresh and from wrinkling or, you know, just getting all weird on you and everything like that. They all of the Everyday Oxfords do have the front pocket. One little detail that I really like as well is they have this black button at the bottom, which is a little thing, but I think it adds a lot. They're just really well constructed. The cotton that they use is soft, but it's also durable. It doesn't start fraying, and it doesn't lose its shape as soon as you wash it or dry it. These Oxfords are pretty much your standard, like, classic Oxford. They're not the most breathable, summery shirts in the world. I'm sure that they have some in like linen and different things like that, but the straight up Everyday Oxford is the thicker cotton that you would expect out of an Oxford that gives it like good structure and makes it nice and crisp, but it's definitely like not super breathable, but it's also not super hot or anything. It's just kind of really average Oxford as far as weight goes. One of the biggest questions I had with any shirt, but especially like a more expensive $100 Oxford shirt, is the sizing. I have found with some nicer brands like Filson and other companies like that I am more of a medium than a large. So I wound up having them send me both sizes, both the medium and the large, so the 40 and the 42 in their sizing. And it's still kind of a little up for debate which is the right size. These two here are the medium, the 40, and this one here is the 42 or the large. And so my rule of thumb with these shirts has basically been definitely don't dry them with any heat, because then they shrink and they're too small for me at a medium, and I'm about 5'8", 185 pounds. If I wash the mediums, they're definitely too small. So I have to make sure to air dry them or dry them on low. But the large, if you wash it and dry it as normal, it sort of shrinks up kind of just right. It's still maybe a little bit baggy. So what I've been doing with these is, if it's more of a dressy sort of business fit, I'll wear the medium and it fits really nice, almost like it's tailored to me. And then I have the large and the white that I shrunk here, and so I'll wear that and roll the sleeves up, and it's a little bit more roomy. So I would say if you're in between the two, you really just kind of have to buy them and try them on and see. I know on the website, I believe it does say that they're pre-shrunk, but they're not. Or if they are, then they still shrink even more. So that's definitely something to think about with these. Another reason that these shirts are great are styling. They give you a lot of different options. You can dress these up or dress them down. Like I said, I've worn this white one here with like a sports coat, like tucked in and a, you know, pretty formal to business casual type getup. And then I've also worn them with, jeans or just chinos, untucked, sleeve rolled up for, very business casual or just sort of hanging out, going to dinner, whatever. So you definitely can dress these up or down to sort of match the occasion, which is really nice. They look great if you tuck them in into a nice outfit. They really do sort of elevate, but they're also not out of place. So it's a good piece that you can really get a lot of usage out of, because you can wear it to work or church or whatever, any nicer event. But then you can also really, style these down. And I've seen some people, rock these with like even shorts, sleeves rolled up, and they look great. It's probably one of the most versatile things you can have in your closet, especially the white one here, and then other colors secondary. The colors hold up really, really well and they don't fade. Like this green one here, I've washed, I believe, several times, and it's still, really nice. It's not faded terribly. They don't lose their shape like a lot of other ones in the past have for me. And the buttons are all still holding up great. None of them are starting to loosen up or fall off. I think overall too, they look great. Like Taylor Stitch just used really good materials. They're styled really well. The workmanship on them is just super awesome. They're really, really soft. They just wear really well. As far as a white Oxford shirt goes, especially for the price point at $98, whether you get the white or you get a different color, I would say that these are by far the best Oxford shirt I've ever used. So I would give these like a solid 9.5 out of 10. The only negative or con that I can really give them is that the sizing is a little bit confusing and they do shrink a good bit, which I think that's just kind of the nature of an all cotton Oxford shirt, but it does make it challenging. I definitely have gotten the medium, not really thought about it, washed it and dried it, and now it's way too small and it just won't fit. But I would say if you're looking for a good white Oxford, or any color Oxford for that matter, Taylor Stitch is definitely the best I've ever come across, and I would highly recommend them. I also believe on the everyday Oxfords that Taylor Stitch does run a deal where you could like buy 3 for, I think like $150 or something. It's some sort of deal where if you buy 3 of the everyday Oxfords, you save some money. So I would definitely take advantage of that. I think having, the classic white, a blue, and then maybe like one different like funner color like the olive or one of the other colors that they offer is a really good move. And these are pieces that you'll be able to have and use for years and years on end, and they break in pretty nicely for an Oxford, and they're definitely going to last.